Welcome everybody to another one of my rFactor 2 hot lap videos. This one is slightly different, well not different, but I'm basically using this in preparation for the car pack that was released, the Aston GTE and mainly the Mclaren Senna. So before I test those cars out, I'm going to go onto a track and car combo that I'm familiar with. I recently had a race here at Imola a few weeks ago, or whatever, so I figured let me go back in here, try and actually give myself a half decent setup and see what sort of time I can do, and then I'll move on to a GTE, and then I'll try out the Senna so I can really start to, you know, thrash it around, because I know what I'm expecting around this sort of course, or what I need anyway. So yeah, in the race I was only able to do like a 43.7. With this setup I managed to do 43s pretty much consistently. Couldn't really get into the 42s, but hey, nobody's perfect. Okay, so that was the lap. I mean, you guys can obviously see that was far from perfect, but instead of me trying to show you guys a perfect lap, I generally just try to put down a lap that I could potentially do consistently anyway. So, you know, at least you get a better representation of, or I get a better representation of where my actual skill level is, as opposed to doing one hell of a lap and never be able to do it again. So, but yeah, in the race that I did, I remember the fastest lap in that race was a 42.5. So me doing a 43 dead isn't too bad. I think that's being half a second off the fastest guy on track isn't the end of the world. I'll take that. Um, and to be honest, yeah, there was a few setup changes, but I feel like it's more because I was actually doing some practice. Before the race, I didn't really do much practice, so therefore I wasn't really getting the most out of the car. But I remember in the race, I was getting better as the race went on. But yeah, so, you know, 43 here ain't too bad. You could see that there were certain parts, I don't know, I feel like I was sort of like juggling with like the anti-roll bars, like either, like, you know, at the moment I feel like maybe they're a little bit stiff mid-corner, so there's a bit of understeer mid-corner. But then I felt like it was a bit safer as I was doing more laps, whereas before if I made it a bit softer in the front anti-roll bar, yeah, it felt better initially, but then it just felt a bit too loose after about 4 or 5 laps, and I was like, nah, I'd rather just go a bit safe. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys turning in, and yeah, now we can move on to the GTE class, see where they're at on this track, and then I'll move on to the Senna. So I will catch you guys soon.